Hello, and welcome everyone. Tonight we are playing World of Warships Legends, like we have done many nights before this. So tonight we are in the Giuseppe Verdi, and of course I am probably not pronouncing that correctly. It might be close. It might be close because I heard other YouTubers say it kind of like that, right? But, yeah, so we started in the middle here, at the middle spawn point, which I always hate. I always complain about. I'm like, I hate spawning in the middle unless I'm a destroyer. But then when I'm a destroyer, I complain about spawning in the middle as a destroyer, so, whatever. So we'll head towards Zone B, and we get a spot on some battleships out there by where their center spawn point is. So we see this Zeiton. And I'm gonna not shoot at him right away, at least, because I am not spotted and I'm broadside to all of those battleships that are in that middle spawn zone area. And kind of my goal here, my thought process was I'd like to get into Zone B and start helping to capture that zone. So now, since we got spotted, it doesn't matter, might as well open up the guns. And this cruiser seemed to go broadside to us, but we did hardly any damage to him. So thank you, RNG. But we will continue into the zone.
Problem solved, sir.
And we are drawing everyone's fire who spawned on the B zone side and in the middle. So good for us. So we'll see if we can't get behind some cover here. My goal is to kind of hit this island right in the middle here. And hopefully we can either get unspotted or at least not be taking so much fire from everybody. So we got a little bit of cover now. And we will slow down. Somebody wanted to shoot torpedoes at the island instead of us, so missed those. And we're in full reverse, but I should have done this earlier, because now our nose is sticking out here and we're a little bit vulnerable. But we'll see if we can't finish off this hipper here. Man, I feel like lately, like RNG, like the randomness that is bullets hitting other ships. I feel like some of the ships that I really like to play with are just worse lately.
The ship is on fire. Concentrate fire on
The only patch notes for the latest updates were like balancing changes, so it's hard to tell what's going on. But yeah, like that miss on that hipper was brutal for me. Like the Giuseppe Verdi, this ship I have it rigged out for, all the upgrades on it as well as the commander perks and stuff. I've rigged for the secondary battery. So the main guns have just terrible shell grouping, terrible accuracy, terrible range. So some of it's probably my own fault, but yeah. So we are still. We are still the center of attention here in this zone, but we are helping get the cap, and I made a huge mistake sticking my nose out here because here comes more torpedoes. So I should have kept myself behind this island. We will get our damage control here soon, and we've got a cruiser here with us, and we have well to rebuild, so we are healing. This cruiser behind us here is keeping us alive.
Problem solved, sir.
And so, yeah, the secondaries on these Italian battleships have these semi-auto piercing rounds, which are kind of denoted by the pink, the pink shells as they're flying. So those are semi-auto piercing. I don't have any commander geist or anything on this ship, so yep, the secondary battery being pink is all because of the semi-auto piercing rounds. So we're getting lots of decent hits on the Odin here. We should be able to finish him off if our secondaries don't. Here comes some main battery shells for him. Yep.
Our team has taken the lead.
And we will continue to have life support thanks to this cruiser behind us here. So this is kind of a scenario where, you know, like, this is where with this game, like, you'll see a lot of YouTubers, you know, trying to describe to you, like, this is how you should play, this is how you should win games, this is, you know, this is what you have to do. But, like, honestly, like, I'm just like, play, you know, you do you, like, play. So, like, this here I was playing aggressively, right? So I got in this zone, and if I really wanted to play for survivability, I probably shouldn't have done that. But I lucked out because I had a cruiser with me, and he kept me alive, right? So I had will to rebuild. So now I'm capturing this zone, but I don't have that will to rebuild anymore. That cruiser died off. But yeah, so like, just play how you want to play. Like, if you want to be aggressive, you know, like, it's fun, right? Like, if you die, it's not a big deal. You know, some of these higher tiers you're gonna lose some of the, like, the general currency that you get from this game, but yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. Like, play because it's fun. Don't play because you have to win, right? This is one of those games where I've had... Yeah, we get the kill on him. This is one of those games where I've had, like, really fun games that I've lost. So, and that's what's kept me playing the game, right? So, trying to maintain this zone. We do get another cruiser here, who apparently didn't see what happened to the last guy that hung out with me. But he's going to help us out. We're getting will to rebuild from him. Looks like we've maxed out there, so yeah, the 13,000 health is probably the highest we can go. So if you don't know, will to rebuild is one of the legendary commander perks, and you probably have the materials for it to hook it up. But most of the battleship style commanders have will to rebuild, where if you're close enough to an allied ship, you will heal back up to 20%. So that's kind of most of my battleships. That's what I have rigged out on for my commanders. So yeah, 2 kills and only 42,000 damage is pretty weak for a battleship at tier 8. But that was just such a fun moment and this was such a fun game. I thought I'd record it and do some commentary on it. But yeah, really the only thing we can do now at this point is head towards the one remaining zone that we still have to capture and go after the one remaining cruiser on their team. So the game is kind of in the bag. We've kind of sort of solidified the win, so it's kind of like, you know, you might as well push forward. Doesn't matter if you get spotted, just go in and shoot your bullets. Yeah, so Giuseppe Verdi, this ship was one of the most more of the recent campaign ships. So if you know, a lot of other games call it a season, but basically you get, you know, a month and a half ish amount of time frame to complete the campaign, and then you get a premium ship from completing that. So we are in a division, and so our one guy that's with us here is shooting at us. So I decided to shoot back at him, and now we've gotten in range of the one left cruiser, and I don't have bullets loaded, so my own fault. And he's shooting at us and lighting us on fire. So we will damage con that right away, but yeah. So yeah, this Giuseppe Verdi. So if the Italian battleships have really, really awesome secondary batteries because they have the semi-auto piercing rounds. The problem with most of them along the like the tech tree, like as you play through the regular ships, the range is just god awful. So it's not worth investing in the, like, you know, as you're playing through the Italian battleships, it's not really worth investing in secondary batteries on those ships until you get to like the last one, like the Lepanto. But the Giuseppe Verdi has decent range for the secondary batteries starting out. So like with the commander perks that I have and the ship upgrades that I've equipped here, I've just basically given everything to secondary batteries. It's gotten it up to about 9 kilometers, maybe a little bit more. So that's worth exploring on this particular ship. But some of the other battleships for the Italian battleships are not worth pursuing that route. So I recommend using a different commander for ships that you're kind of have a secondary build on, and then ships that where the secondaries are not that great, use another commander to kind of spec out for range and accuracy on the main guns, and or the smoke screen as well. So a lot of the Italian battleships have smoke screens. This one does not, but you get that rolling smoke screen where you can basically go invisible at a moment's notice whenever you have that available. So we steal the kill on this guy, and that gives us 3. So that's pretty weak to have 3 kills and only 54. What were we at? 50-some thousand damage here. 58,000 damage. But we were working towards some bureau projects, so that helped us out there. And we didn't even break middle of the pack on the leaderboard on this one, but that was a fun game. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. We got more World of Warships Legends videos on the way. Thanks for watching.